Oh, right. Well, another friendly gone, another win. 2-1 against Brisbane Raw. Overall thoughts? Good. I think, pre-season friendlies, you just got to look for an identity, you've got to look for something to build on. And I think, especially in the last two friendlies, yeah, there's been plenty of potential in the team you've seen that we can build on. And there's an identity there that you can see us playing next season, which I'm excited about. I'm happy for that. That's what you want to see in preseason. You don't just want to get a win and think, yeah. You want to have an understanding and look at the team and say, right, this is how we're going to play. And I think especially first half, we saw that in bags in the first half. The narrow system with the fullbacks coming wide and the compact in the middle, winning the ball high. The press, the three-man press was excellent. It was very high. There is one downside to it, which I'll get onto, but for the most part, I'm very impressed with what I saw. Individually, yeah, there's some standouts. Dan James, 30-minute cameo, if you like. Very good. Goal and an assist. Dangerous, pressing good. His pace is incredible. It's such a tool to have. If you bring him on it, in kind of last 20, 25 minutes of a game and he has that impact, I think you've got a real talent on the bench there that can do some real damage in games. I think that's obvious to see. I don't think you need me to explain that. I think it is what you see. He's fast, he's dangerous, and it was a decent goal. He took it quite well. So, and a decent cross. That's all you can ask from Dan James. Rocker, I thought was brilliant in the middle again. I think it's fair to say we're going to have a few red cards from him this season. But yeah, Rocker was decent. Very good. Very proud of him. Proud of him. Very happy for him. I'm proud, I guess. But yeah, good performance from him. Um, but again, apart from that, I think Cock was solid as well. Robin was good. Yeah, apart from that, there wasn't any standout. I think as a team, the identity stood out to me, not individually. The new boys, Rasmus Aronson, who started, I like what I saw, especially Rasmus. I think he really got into the game, he grew into it the latter end of the second half. You know, Aronson didn't touch the ball as much, but his off the ball antics were good. He was always moving in space, he was always looking for gaps, he was always picking the ball up on the half turn, laying it off, moving, and he always wanted it. And I think that's something that goes under the radar. Every time we got the ball, if you look at him, he's shouting for it. He wants it, which is good. I think too many players last season, especially last season, hid. They didn't want the ball. They didn't ask for it. No matter where he was asking for it. He didn't get it, but that's fine. We'll adapt and we'll learn to bring him into it more. So yeah, I was very good. Very I keep want to say very proud. I was very happy with him. Um, good minutes for all the players. Yeah. In terms of, I guess, negatives, it's pre-season, so there is negatives, and this is the point of pre-season, is to find negatives and positives and build on them in training to create your system that you want. The press was amazing. However, I think there's two or three times when it got beat, when they clipped the ball over it or through it, we were exposed, especially after we had the ball high up and they countered. They often had 3 against 2, and against any Premier League team, it's likely they'll score from it. So that is something I guess we need to work on. Maybe it's a flaw of the system. I guess it is in a way. The high press because you want to win it high. Don't always do that, and that's the flaw of the system. The width, which we don't have. The wingers pushing on after they win the ball in our half, 3 versus 2. But we dealt with it at the end of the day. Yeah, in terms of the goal, I think it was a well worked goal. A little cross into the box and a brilliant header from Joffe. What a player, by the way. He can head now as well, apparently. What can't he do? Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's hard to go too deep into preseason. Obviously, as the coach, Jesse will be looking into it for hours, I'd imagine. But But for certain things, I think come with time, getting to know the system, training, adapting. Sinistera is a good example of that. He's behind the others because he's not played in a Jesse Marsh system before. You can tell with the others they have. Yeah, so he'll adapt, he'll change, he'll understand his position more, his role. I think it's obvious he's not been there for long, but I can't wait to see him next season. He's going to be amazing, hopefully. Shout out to Tyler Adams as well. Did a decent shift when he came on. Negatives, we've got to talk about it. For me, there was two. Obviously, the high press, which has a negative side to it. We've been through that individually. Rodrigo and Click. I know it's easy target, whatever, but I love Click in the Championship. He was my favourite player by far, but I think it's just fair to say at his age, I don't think he's good enough for the Premier League. I was very happy with Giabi when he came on. I thought he had a decent shift. Showed competence. He showed, a lot of ability on the ball. Didn't lose a pass, clicks, flicking it, and all that jazz. And I'm just not feeling that, to be honest. He's too nonchalant with it. Rodrigo again in that 10 wherever he played, 10 inverted wing or whatever. It wasn't doing it for me. He give the ball away too much. He refuses to play the simple pass. He's got to turn and turn again. And then when he loses it, he just kind of goes, you know what I mean? He's kind of just dropped. He doesn't chase after it. So they're two little ones, but again, it's pre-season. But I've thought this all along. We need a striker. We need a left back. I think that was apparent today. Harrison did a good shift, but you can tell it's not his position. I think he got beat too easy a few times. If that's a decent winger, that's going to happen a lot more, isn't it? So, yeah. I think overall, I'm recording. Overall, I'm very happy with it. Second half was a mess, but there were so many changes. People new coming, adapting to the system, all that fun stuff. But we didn't really get exposed, maybe once or twice, which isn't bad. I'm alright with that. Big test against Villa next, so we'll move on to that. But it's just a friendly, isn't it? At the end of the day, and we're here to get fit and we're here to learn the system. You can see the system, you can see the potential it has, and I'm happy with that. Shout out to Jesse for implementing that as quickly as possible, I guess. We've got a bit of time now to work on it, and we've got more friendlies. And yeah, I'll stop rambling about that subject. That's the game. Good. Get it done. Next one, Villa test. There's been a little bit of news just now. Twitter's finally back because it went off. Everyone were crying. Me too. No injuries as well. That's the news. Game. Perfect. Callum Mwendo. So I'm seeing here. We're in intense negotiations for Callum Mwendo for around 25 million euros. It's around 20 million pounds-ish, I guess. I'm not a converter, but it's about that, isn't it? So we'll see how that goes. I'm not going to go too into it because we don't know yet. There's interest from, I think, as it said, Inter Milan. So the Milan team's, again, screwing our business. We'll see about that. That's good, yeah. There's not too much to go into. Decent. It's a friendly against Brisbane Raw. What else can you say? What else can there be? Nothing really, but yeah. Just check my notes, see if I've got anything. I think that's everything, yeah. New signings, no injuries. I thought everyone put in a shift. A few glaring weaknesses for me. But what you look for now is the system. And the system is being implemented. Forget end of last season. That's gone. You can see its strengths and its weaknesses, but its strengths. And I like it. One or two more players in that system, and I think we've got a squad that we can do a fair bit better than last season, if I'm being honest. I'm not going to give a prediction yet. I don't like giving predictions, but yeah, good day at the office. No injuries, fitness, bonding, whatever we're going to call it. We've got it all. That's all I need to say, I think. Yeah, simple, quick. Let's go. Villa next. Goodbye.